Let's talk about MotoGP in Austria after several weeks having off. We kind of called it a little bit as far as we knew Marquez was going to do his thing. But Bez, to see Bez on pole was pretty impressive. What are your thoughts, Lewis?
Well, I think I don't remember, but I believe my top three was Mark, Bez, and Alex.
I think so, yeah.
So I did have the right colors. I just had that blue guy wrong. Although I did say that Aldeguer was going to do good, I didn't think he was going to do that good.
Yeah.
But I think Bezzecchi was definitely showed the potential. But as I mentioned, this is a weird track. This is a track that, for some reason, levels the playing field if you've got the right amount of power. Because there's not a lot of, fast, flowy corners and this and that. Like there's one chicane that they built just to kind of break up the top speed of that back straightaway so nobody gets killed.
Yeah, after Morbidelli and Zarco.
Yeah, and things like that. But the track itself is kind of like point, shoot, point, shoot, point, shoot. You slow down to like 40, 50 miles an hour in some corner, come out of the corner. Get on the gas, slow down again, get on the gas. There's a couple of places that you can pass, but that's also not a great place to pass unless you get real brave and do it going into the chicane or get a good drive coming out of the chicane. So I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised because I know the Aprilia does all that really well. The question is going to be when they get to back to those fast flowy tracks, when you get to your Sepang, when you get to Indonesia, when you get to Motegi and all these other places, then let's see how the Aprilia is going to do. Because I think Bezzecchi is the only guy that's really being competitive right now with Mark. Alex is starting to really falter, and we won't even talk about the other dude in red because that's just embarrassing you.
Oh man, Reese, what are your thoughts on that? Aprilia, what they were able to do. I mean, Alex Marquez, for once, I thought the younger brother was gonna just do that the whole weekend, even in the sprint where he was, he said he made one mistake, and that one mistake cost him the win in the sprint. Do you buy that? And what are your thoughts, Reese?
No, I don't buy that for one bit. I'm like, you're going against somebody that knows the sport, knows how to ride, can understand worn tires, and can just be at ease and having fun. Like, you're going against somebody that's very dominant, and you're going to say one mistake. If that one mistake cost you, then it was you had a problem a long time ago with that little one mistake. So, but like Lewis said, I was happy to see Bez up there. That was surprising a little bit. I mean, it was nice to see him. I know he had podium, and I wanted him to be there. But the real surprise was the rookie of Aldeguer. I mean, I never expect it. It seemed like Mark was in a relaxed mode, and they showed the board and they showed Aldeguer. I could imagine what was going through his head. Like, are you serious? And he just stepped up and said, I'm leaving. So I was like, hey, man, you're coming up here with the Sharks. So, but that was a surprise to actually see that, and, to see the young rookie actually step up that well. And I was happy for him. And the other guy in red, I mean, it's almost like stick a fork in it. It's over. It's done. It's well done.
Yeah, there's 8 rounds left, and the numbers are not favoring him at all, which is unfortunate. And Enea Bastianini, go ahead.
No, I said the numbers don't fade him at all.
Numbers don't favor him. None of them. I know he gets a little bit more because he's in the factory colors than Alex. But it doesn't. It is, like you said, Bezzecchi seems to be the one that's saying, you know what, I'm not going to let this guy just get it. Even though Bezzecchi knows he's on an inferior bike compared to the Ducati. He's actually, I think, doing what everyone else can't do, or the closest one to doing to doing that, which is pretty impressive.
Bezzecchi is 10 races behind Mark. Mark would have to eat shit 10 times, and Bezzecchi would have to win 10 in a row to catch Mark at this point. We don't have 10 races left.
No, not
We ain't got 10.
yeah, we got 8 races. 16.
Well, we got
Championship is a wrap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mathematically is not a wrap, but it's kind of a wrap. I mean, at this point, Mark, if he really wanted to, could come in 10th place for the rest of the season. And the other 3 guys behind him aren't consistent enough to come in for a second or third every race from here on out.
Right.
You know, so Mark is in the perfect position because he's not leading by 22 points where one DNF can crush you. I mean, his closest competitor is his brother. His brother is 140 points behind him. Like,
right.
That's 5 races. That's 5 DNFs. and I think Alex will get more DNFs than Mark will get DNFs from this point to the end of the year.
Right. But what you're seeing in Bastianini, in Acosta, in Bezzecchi, and in Furman Alligator, these are guys that could take some points away from what Mark is doing.
They can, but again,
obviously Mark might still win a championship, but he may not he's not going to just win every race until the end of the season.
I'm not going to say he's going to win every race, but if I had to put money down on who's going to win 70% of the races from now to the end of the season, I'll tell you who I'm going to put my money on. And it's not going to be Acosta. It's not going to be Bastianini. Like, honestly, I think Bezzecchi has a chance to win maybe 2 or 3 races between now and the end of the year, between sprints and races. Alex still has the opportunity to win a couple of races between now and the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to see Acosta on the top step anytime this year.
Okay. So you don't think KTM is going to be on the top, or just not Acosta? I mean, Maverick, it was tough to see Maverick.
The Maverick was the one that had the opportunity, and now that he's injured, I don't know when he's going to come back. But if I had to put money on any KTM to be on the top step this year, it would be Maverick. Hands down. You know, like when the dude is on fire, the dude's on fire. The guy knows how to ride. As far as other Ducatis, the only other Ducatis that I see on the top step is Alex Marquez. I don't see anytime soon Pecco getting things together. You know, he is what he is, man. He's been relegated to 3rd or 4th place.
Yeah. No, I give
it more 5th and 6th. I give it more 5th and 6th place. Sorry. I know you love him, Rex, but
oh no! Listen, the numbers don't lie, and it's you know, Mark has that ability to ride around whatever issues that Digia and Bagnaia is having, and it's tough because, you know, a year ago we were thinking we were seeing that it was Ducati 1 through 6 a lot of times. Right. This year we're starting to see it's 1, maybe 2. Yep. And 2 is switching between riders at the moment. So and that could be and I said this earlier, that could be pointing to a bigger issue with Ducati, because, you know, when you have only one guy that can consistently best everybody else, we saw what happened with that with other manufacturers in the past.
Yeah, but I mean, Alex just had a bad weekend this weekend, and he's had a couple since he got hurt, since he hurt his hand in that crash. He's had some inconsistency since that point. But for Aldeguer, you know, he's on a Ducati and he's not on a factory spec bike, and he still pulled. I mean, it was kind of a miracle, because you got to remember, that's the end of the race. You're supposed to be going slower, not faster. And this guy found a 7th gear with like 8 laps left that nobody else had. All of a sudden, he's a half a second faster than everybody else. You know, I know Mark manages the race after a certain point, but, you know, this kid, again, reckless abandon. I have nothing to lose, man. I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
I'm supposed to be in the back with Agura and the entire Yamaha squad, 17th through 20th. I'm not supposed to be in 4th place at this point in the race. So fuck it. If I crash, nobody expects you to be here anyway.
Right.
Win it or mend it.
Yeah. I get a bonus if I get in the podium. Yeah. If not, I don't get a bonus. So whether it's in the crash truck or 4th place, I'm not going to see extra money. So let me try to get some extra money.
Gotcha.
For real.
What are your thoughts on that, Reese? I mean, there's a couple of other Ducatis there, but there's inconsistency. I'll say this with Alex Marquez. unless he's riding next to his brother, he tends to not be consistent. And we're kind of seeing that. We saw that a little bit before that he hurt his hand, and we're kind of seeing this a little bit. Is it more or less like Ducati still has that dominance, or these other manufacturers are starting to get a little bit closer, or is it Ducati just kind of there's something going on with the bike?
I don't think there's nothing going on with the bike. I mean, because you got to look at it like Aldeguer was up there, Marquez is up there. Well, Alex Marquez, and then you got Marc Marquez. So you have 3 Ducatis that can potentially be up in the top running, and as a crew guy, a lot of riders always say, "Oh, it's a bike, it's a bike, it's a bike, it's a bike," but it's never on them. And they always will throw it that way. But when you come in, you keep saying it has no grip, no grip, no grip. Your crew can only do but so much. They can only make the bike do but so much, because if we do, let's say X, Y, and Z over here to change it for your grip, now you might lose something over here that's going to make it worse. So it's your job as the keyword professional to now try to figure out and ride around that problem.
Right. But
you got to work with the tools you have, man.
You did see the highlights of Pecco's bike, making milkshake, right?
Yeah, you saw that. But then, Michelin did Michelin, and I totally believe Michelin. They have no reason to lie. I mean, they the best tire manufacturer in the world. Okay. They said they found nothing wrong with the tire.
Yeah, right.
No, it's probably the rim. I'm going to blame the rim.
It was the wrong color.
The valve stem was too tight.
Listen.